What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Wednesday afternoon. People wanted to know my opinion on Arnold Schwarzenegger's recent comments about religion, and I'm more than happy to answer that. Recently, he stated that, whenever you die, you just rot in the ground, essentially. Uh, to be honest with you, folks, I've heard that before. Mike Metzer told me pretty much the same thing back in the late 90s. That he felt that also that when you die, you're rotten to the ground. So, surprisingly enough, that's something both Arnold and Metzer have in common. Now, people were surprised because, Arnold was raised as a Catholic, uh, but over time, I think his opinion has greatly changed. Because remember, when Arnie was growing up, this was in Germany. Whenever he was born, World War II was ending and Nazi Germany was pretty much coming to a close, essentially. Uh, so that may have, I'm not saying that it has, but I believe it has affected his faith in God. Now, me personally, I do believe in God. I don't believe that we're just going to rot in the ground. Our spirit, our essence has to go somewhere. The thing about it is that we simply just don't have an understanding of religion and as far as spirit is concerned. But, I think people have forgotten that Arnold has always endorsed other politicians to follow by religious teachings. Because here's the thing, folks: whether you believe in God or not, it's still very important to have religion. Because really, the purpose of religion is to give hope. The teachings are to teach, you know, in terms of let's the best way to describe it. The Bible is to teach man the general rules as far as living life, to treat each other well, you know, to avoid things like greed and gluttony and trying to amass money and power. And you'll find that being similar in other religions, the Quran, Buddhism, all of that is going to be similar in terms as far as the purpose of religion. So as far as Arnold's concerned, it doesn't surprise me one bit. I think the comments are more stemming into the terms that Arnold is in his 70s, and he's realizing that his life is pretty much ending. It's coming to a close. In other words, uh, now even though he could live for more than he can live to be in his 90s or so forth. At the age of 70, I think at this point in time, he's now considering, that, things are pretty much coming to an end for him there. And that's just simply typical. I mean, that's something that people are, generally contemplate every day. But as far as his thoughts on religion, I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't surprise me one bit. Because remember, when Arnold was born, even though he was a Catholic, he was born around that era of Nazi Germany, period. So it's going to shake someone's faith as far as religion is concerned. I don't think, I'll always love and respect Arnold. I think he's highly wrong as far as the what happens after death. I mean, there has to be something. It's going to be something that is it can't be understood by man. In other words. But I don't think we're going to just rot in the ground. But all in all, I can see where Arnold can have that opinion as far as to dying. They're very strong opinions. And one other thing you have to consider is, he's now saying all this, because he's not going to run for president. He's no longer governor. These are things that he wouldn't say if he was still in the position of politics, because that would be pretty much that would pretty much kill his political career. It would kill all his movie aspirations if he openly said that. So now that he's finishing up on everything, this type of stuff is going to come out. And that's the same with most other actors. But as far as his thoughts on religion is concerned, I think it's pretty sad. But me personally, I think there is something after our lives here. But even with that being said, Arnold is still preaching that, politicians should follow by their general religious beliefs, because again, even if you don't believe in God, you should at least believe in the teachings of the Bible or Quran or what religion that you are, essentially. That's all I got to say about that. Like and subscribe to the Vince Goodrum channel. Click the link below. Also visit vincegoodrum.com. And as always, peace and soul.